Hi there, welcome to the Knife Nook. Let's see what we've got going on today.
Alright, today we got a Tops B.O.B Fieldcraft, Tops Fieldcraft B.O.B, sorry, the writing on it's been sanded off. I bought this knife used, and originally it comes with this black DLC coating or some type of coating on this 1095.
Yeah, 1095 high carbon.
And I guess they sanded it off, so I guess there'd be less friction when you're batoning this through wood. This about 3/16 of an inch 1095 here. And tell us some more about it.
Well, B.O.B stands for Brothers of Bushcraft. Only brothers, huh? It's got
only brothers.
That's not fair.
They make a SOB.
Yeah, Sisters of Bushcraft. Come on now, people. Anyway, so it's got linen micarta handles. It's got a modified scanny grind, they say. They call it a V grind.
Okay.
No, it's a modified scan.
So that makes me wonder if it's actually a scanny grind with a V grind. Actually, you know what they mean by the V grind, or actually if it's a hollow grind, somewhat slight hollow grind. Well, from the polishing marks that I see on it, it looks like they did have it rested on a block, and it is rubbing here and here. It's a little bit more polished out there, so I'm thinking it does have a little bit of a hollow grind in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, obviously, as you can see, it's got a full tang. This thing right here is so that you can hold it to use it as a top for a fire drill.
Sure. Yeah, for a bow drill. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the
that's
part right here on the back, they designed that so that you can scratch your ferro rod.
Oh, scratch. Okay, yeah, it's like a fire starter ferro rod, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
in fact, it comes with a Kydex sheath that...
Which I have here.
Includes a ferro rod and a survival whistle. Now, we got ours secondhand, so we don't have the survival whistle, but if you bought it brand new, it would come with a fire starter and the survival whistle. And the total weight of the total package would be 14.4 ounces.
Wow, yeah. So it's a pretty hefty package.
Yeah.
Here. It really reminds me of like an SE5. I think an SE5 is kind of like has a 5-inch blade. This has, you said, 4.5 inch.
Yeah.
So this has like 3/16 of an inch stock here, which the SE5 had that. I think has a straight 1/4 inch. But about that, I mean, not really comparing that knife to this, but it's the other hefty knife that I felt like this. You could really choke upon this and actually flick it and actually chop with this thing compared to like the SE5 kind of wanted to slide and fly out of my hand. This one is, I really feel like you really wouldn't even need a lanyard there to really go to town with it. Of course,
but it does have, they do include a lanyard for you.
If you did choke up on the back of it like that, you are resting your pinky there and doing flicks. Of course, that flicking part right there is gonna dig in your finger ever so slightly. Some nice jimping on it. The spine on it's pretty sharp, so you probably could have just flicked the ferro rod like that. Anyway, let's take a look at that sheath. Here, you want to hold that?
Yep.
And if you guys are wondering, this is my genuine Minnetonka hat, leather hat. It has a little snap on the side of it. It's summertime here, so it's pretty hot outside. Figured we get it matches the knife pretty well. So I'm gonna put that on my head. Well, I grabbed the sheath right here, and as you see here, yeah, it did. It comes with a striker. Let's see here, striker, the ferro rod, which that's pretty nice. It slides in there pretty sweet, yeah.
Are you sure that's a striker, not the survival whistle?
No, that's no whistle. You don't want to put that. Yeah, that's definitely some type of striker.
Yeah, I don't think it came with that originally.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the friction on that's really nice. You definitely don't have to worry about losing
the ferro rod.
Yeah, that's the ferro, and it snaps right in there really nice. So it has some type of rubber bands around it right there. Anyway, let's see here the sheath. Let's put it in here, and here once again, it looks like this has like a rubber grommet or something there. It allows you to spin it, so that's kind of cool. This is pretty super sharp right here, as you see. That is thin. That is thin right there. And
yeah, that looks like that.
It's almost as thin as this striker, if you guys see that. So if you're wearing like a leather belt or whatever you're putting that on a strap, make sure that's a pretty durable strap because that could probably cause some wear. Yeah, it has that U-hook, so once you do hook it, it's good. You're gonna be secure there. When you go to draw, the sheath ain't gonna come out. Yeah, that snapped in there pretty nice. Let's see here. Yeah, it's pretty nice. We just got this knife today, so everything that we're seeing about this knife and reviewing it is literally firsthand right now.
Just pulled it out of the packaging a little while ago.
Pops right off. Let's try it again to see if we could do the flick like everyone. Oh Oh yeah, thing just launches off right there.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty secure in there. It has some little holes there, I guess, drainage holes, maybe. Yeah, drainage holes. That's nice. Some nice screws here.
Yeah, I think the rubber bands are not original.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if this is like compatible with other things. You do have holes here, so you might be able to make that work. I don't, however you're liking when you rig it up to whatever you're rigging it to. Anyway, what I used to have before would be was a Schrade H15. It was just some stack leather handle knife, and I would use that for doing a lot of my bushcrafting. I really didn't need anything this heavy duty. When I was younger, I'd set a lot of snare traps and triggers. Just you step on them and they trigger and you grab your foot. My grandfather taught me that from the Philippines. He showed me that when I was a kid. And anytime I just needed to make those triggers or whatever, I just had like a small Swiss Army knife. But this, I mean, if you're out there in the cold weather, you could really baton the crap out of this thing and get through some of that frozen wood if you needed to. And it's pretty sharp. I'll show you guys real quick. I don't want to take up too much time here, but oh yeah, looks like some orange spacers there. Let's see the next to a ruler here. Show you. Yeah.
It's 9 and 3. They say it's 9 3/4, so almost 10 inches overall for your full length.
I like this little. I don't want to call that a choil, but that little hand guard here. You want to hold that again? Mm-hmm. I'll show you guys an example. When I talked about that Schrade H15, it had actually a guard, and I would rest the wood against that guard, and I would go to town like that. This blade doesn't continue all the way back here, so it's almost like if you put it here. But keep in mind, this is just a smooth wood. If this was like a piece of wood in the wilderness, if you're going too fast and you didn't have gloves, that could cause some burn and maybe even cause some splinters right there. You don't want to be in the one, and then all of a sudden you get a splinter in your freaking finger. So that's the reason why I had one with a guard. But this would allow it to rest there ever so slightly. And if you take your time, you could really, really use this. Just from the weight alone, it's going to create those feather sticks that you want, I'm sure. And I'll show you another example of what I'm talking about here. It's an older custom knife that I have with a convex grind. This doesn't go all the way back either. I just want to show you guys with the guard here. If you did have material and you rested it right there, you could really just go to town without worrying about your finger getting tore up by any type of wood. Keep in mind, if that was all the way to the guard, the edge. This has a choil once again also, but yeah, antler. This has a convex grind, really nice. And I'll show you some other examples of.
I picked that one up from one of our local bladesmiths.
Yeah.
The guy used to make blades around here and sell them up at the swap meet.
Yeah, he passed away, but I got a couple of his knives now. I'll show you those in other videos. He made some really nice stuff. Once again, everyone knows the Moore knife. This one has serrations. This, I think, has a for sure full scrandy grind. So when you put that wood against there, this is covered up pretty well. Your finger could slide. You could still pick up splinters, whatever. Just take your time. What I mean by scrandy grind is that, I get my block here. I have other blocks and stones in the house, in the garage, but I don't want to go grab those right now.
It's too damn hot.
Yeah, it's way too hot outside right now.
We have a real field temperature where we are,
and they're all
101 degrees.
And they're all covered in oil. I don't want to put them right now on the table. Yeah, hence the hat. I got the hat right now in case I need to go out there. The scanning grind, you put it here, and technically it's supposed to rest right there against the stone. And you could so when you're out in the wilderness, it's super easy to sharpen. There's really nothing to it. You just lay the angle of it on the stone and you just go to town. You put your water, your oil, whatever. You could even go like this way and do it. I'm doing this because it's still in the plastic. It doesn't scratch in my blade. I just want to show you guys that it does, if you rest it just on the grind itself and you push, it will sharpen it into a perfectly acute V angle, the grind.
Sharpen.
Yeah, and everyone knows the Moore knives. These are cheap. These are what a lot of people think about, because when you're out there in the wilderness, you get a lot of juices and stuff on your knives, and you don't want to get no IVs on your really nice knives like this, especially if you don't know what you're doing. You're going to just spread it. A knife like this, it's literally either disposable, or you can put it right in the dishwasher, or how you need a sanitizer to get that type of plant material off from spreading. Once again, I talk about the sharpener because a lot of people just have something like this on the fly, like a pocket sharpener, which is great for a pocket knife. Want to hold that again?
Yep.
But I'll show you here. If you got a thick blade like this, and I'm sure if you're in the wilderness, you've got a knife like this, you know what you're doing. But just to be prepared, if you got a sharpener like this, make sure you check your tools, because that doesn't even fit in there, as you guys see. So once again, I think the Scrandy grind was made to, if you find a rock out there in the wild, or if you fasten one, you know, you flatten it, you could actually use it as a really nice stone like this to actually get a nice acute V angle on it. Once again, I don't know if that has another secondary grind there, if that's what they're talking about, or if this is actually like
try and cut something.
A Scandi hollow grind. Yeah, let's try paper real quick. Let's see here. Oh yeah, 10.95. I mean, oh yeah, I think it's just the weight alone is just. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, like once again, it's thick, so it's probably gonna. This is paper, but it's doing that on paper. I don't want to make a mess here, too much of a mess. But here, angle that. And what I mean by that is like if you rest it there, you know. Oh yeah, it bites really well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, now he's having fun, people.
Yeah, no. As you see, that just makes really nice deep curls right there. And that's just me literally just doing this weird upswept motion like this. As you see, that was controlled, and I had no problem with that. But if you wanted to make those crazy, ridiculous curls, what I was using before was something with a guard, so it, or just wear gloves, you know, so it protects your finger from getting any type of splinter. Yeah. That's all. And what else we got here? And oh yeah, here's that orange one. I had that. This is good for, I guess, water if you're around rope or whatever. I had to get an orange one. I got a black one. I haven't even opened it yet. But once again, I said these are like disposable. These are great. I don't think they're full tang, but they're strong enough, and it's nothing, not even close to what the blade stock is on this. So, I mean, this is a heavy duty knife.
That is definitely a lot thicker than this one.
I can't wait to try that. The ferro rod.
Just look at the difference.
Yeah. I mean, check that out. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot more meat on that one.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is going to go through those frozen temperatures.
Yeah. It's definitely going to hold up in colder weather better.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's going to take a beating.
Yeah.
And I mean, Tops does it really good, man. I mean, we had a little tiny knife, the Otter. And it's about the size of this handle. Yeah. The whole knife, and it was nice and weighty too. But it was cute. I need something with a little bit longer blade on it, so I had to see what this was about and become brother and sisters of bushcraft and get into it. No, seriously, they need to make a Sisters of Bushcraft. That's not fair. Yeah, seriously. You know what? They might. It might be just. they already might, but I can't wait to check that out. So if you guys also have this knife, tell me what you guys think. You guys like it or? Yeah, let us know. If you like the video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Bye.